Dirty business is taming Jackie's backyard.
It's a little overgrown.
To make the entire space usable.
The grades are going to be really important.
We're flattening it out with a series of decks.
Right away, what we want to do is remove that whole step system that's been built against the house.
The project's been a piece of cake. Just so happens one slice was a bit too big.
What happened?
Originally, according to the plan with James, the door on the shed was being removed from the end.
We talked about leaving the side shed doors on, remember that day?
Cut a big hole in the side of the shed.
They didn't.
And Jay took it off.
And then Jackie came home and wondered what we were doing. Apparently, unbeknownst to me, she had met with James, who had said we were going to leave the doors in the end, put a second set in to allow light in so there would be 2 sets of double doors in the shed, only it never filtered far enough south.
And I'm like, oh, Jay, I guess we didn't tell you. Maybe we should just leave them on.
So we had a little drama. But hey, that's what makes it fun, right?
That's the door handle that swung open as Alan was cutting it and he cut the actual handle clean off. I think I'll make an Alan award. We'll have some fun with it.
We have a handle on the shed situation, and the finishing touches for the deck are on track. Too bad we can't say the same about the weather. Torrential rain is holding up getting the plants in.
But it's kind of upsetting because Jackie's mother has been here for 2 weeks, and I'd really love to have some closure with this garden with her mom here.
Oh, my Lord, I didn't expect this to be such a project. You have no backyard left.
Well, no, there'll be lots of plants over there. You can't see it yet, but because it's all mud.
It would be really, I think, a lot of fun for Jackie and her mother to share a brand new garden coming together, but it's not going to happen, so I'm a little upset about that.
Okay, honey. Bye-bye. I love you.
Wouldn't you know it, Jackie's mom leaves and the sun comes out.
Lisa, how are you?
Hello, hello.
Great to see you.
Making yourself comfortable?
Yeah, I was about to just...
Bright side, our designer Lisa can get a look at this place for furniture and the rest of the pretty stuff.
In terms of what the family is looking for.
Everything's based around coming down, sitting down here, relaxing, the ultimate destination point here.
The deck is really angular.
It is, yes.
So I'm thinking just something to soften it up, maybe a round table, really big comfy chairs.
Yeah, any color are you suggesting or anything like that? Or what?
The only thing that offhand that I can think of is just to put some texture in here because there's so much wood in the place.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just lovely fabrics with texture.
Awesome.
As Lisa heads out, the plants start arriving out of the blue.
There's always like these little surprises. Like we came home one night and the whole driveway was filled with plant matter, trees and things. The neighbors are coming over and they're coming up and they're saying, what is this? And why have you left a bunch of trees in my driveway anyway? And, you know, stuff like that. Unexpected surprises.
Sorry, Jackie, but that's the way we roll in the landscape business. We're just happy to have good weather for planting. And Lisa rolls with her brief of the space.
I'm looking for something to break up all the angles in the space. There's a lot of wood and there's a lot of angles and it's a little overpowering. So this is actually a good starting point. I can probably use it in the little area at the back. So by having texture in the cushions, in the actual frame of the piece, as well as the softness of just the round table, the round chairs, it's really inviting. So this would be a really good fit.
While Lisa's making headway,
Let's move these guys on center, just Jay, so I can place everything around them.
I'm using motivational techniques back on site to get this job done.
I hurt my back playing hockey last night, so... Okay, just a little more.
Oh, that's a nice healthy tree.
Come on,
Is that tight enough?
I've got a facial at 4.
I think that's tight enough, eh?
So the planting is going great, but not all trees are created equal.
We'll get one
more viburnum.
Viburnum lentago, which that one's going to the graveyard.
It's turning brown.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, my friend. You didn't make the cut. And speaking of cutting,
What we want to achieve here are just sort of really light layers.
Yeah, with it being a Japanese maple, they're a little bit more sensitive to aggressive pruning or anything like that. We tend to be a little bit more delicate with them. General rule of thumb is, for most pruning, is 25% of the canopy. By alleviating some weight, we can gain some elevation, right? You're trying to get function in the sense of, I want to walk under this tree without banging my head on limbs, but you also want to continue the look of the tree. So you have to sort of be aesthetically minded as well as functionally minded.
Especially important with a Japanese maple because it's such a focal point.
Problem is, people leave the plant, let it get to this huge monster of this plant, and then they ask you to come in and say, I want it to look like it did when I planted it.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, functionally, we can't do that. So if you stay on top of it as it grows, you're better in the long run, because you can actually train that tree to look how you want it to look.
I'm glad we got Jackie's fabulous tree sorted out. In fact, to me, all plants and trees are awesome.
See how it's shaped like a tulip when it's in the ground? Hi, I'm from Holland. I'm a tulip.
We're almost there.
The gravel is perfect, man. It's perfect compaction. I love the aluminum edge, just cleans it up beautifully.
Except for a little cutting miscalculation on some glass panels.
They cut the glass, we had to go get it changed, and then they sent us back the exact same glass, so we had to go back again today.